Welcome to Anime Fall. The last season we head into before 2025. This season is stacked with sequels, but there's a lot of pretty damn good first-timers. It's divided into genres where you can just skip through to whatever you're interested in. They're also ordered roughly from worst to best. Very roughly. Samurai called Shinsengumi with an opening by Spy Air and this kind of animation? Hey, this is just Gintama. Except it's not funny. Orphan Neo knows he's weak and at the mercy of the world. He joins two samurai to train himself to become strong enough to fight against the world and uphold his justice. Not a lot happened in episode 1, but the build-up was there, and I'm pretty interested to see where this goes. Life would be easier with an extra arm, or leg, or motorbike. When aliens land on Earth, many people realized if you can't beat them, join them, and fused with them. These transformer-like creatures enhanced humans while still having distinct personalities. We follow Hikaru, who wields a rare mecha ude, and Aki, the agent assigned to be his bodyguard. This cute anime is a one-shot OVA, which is a shame, because if it was fleshed out a little bit more, it could be really interesting. Wait, they greenlit a season? That airs today? What's real? Ghosts or aliens? Ayase is convinced ghosts exist. Boy A is convinced aliens are a certainty. Determined to prove each other wrong, they both go to two separate famous occult locations and simultaneously get abducted and cursed. Dun Da Dun is everything that makes me love anime. Extreme and unique ideas being brought together with beautiful and artistic animation. This has been the most hyped show since Solo Leveling, and I can see why. If you had been alive for an eternity, as basically a god, what would you do when humans came to slay you? For this dragon, he welcomes rest. Then he's reincarnated as a human. This time, he has humble beginnings as a village boy. This ancient beast is just enjoying life, contributing to the village. And suddenly a Lamia wants to seduce him. Say goodbye, dragon life, in this chilled anime while you wait for the next episode of Re:Zero. Are you a lone wolf? This weeb is over Isekai, and when he sees his whole class being teleported, he tries to run away because it's too much of a hassle. But like Truck-chan, you can't escape the grasp of the Isekai. He only arrives later, after his classmates have taken the best skills, passives, and equipment. With his trash loadout and abilities, he's determined to continue being a loner. A DPS doesn't tell a party his role and they assume he's a healer? He sucks, with a low-level heal. He's kicked from the party and his name is ruined. A novice adventurer pairs with him and realizes he packs a punch. The pen is mightier than the sword, and this guy just fights by talking. As his grandfather breathes his last breath, Noel promises to be the strongest seeker that the world has ever seen. Seekers, basically adventurers, slay beasts from the abyss and complete missions. His class, however, is considered the weakest. As a talker, he strategizes battles and buffs allies, but has no offensive abilities of his own. Knowing that he will need to rely on others, he seeks out to create and lead the strongest clan made up of assassins, heroes, and the powerful. It feels like generic anime fantasy, but at least the monsters aren't CGI, which is probably a very low bar to go by nowadays. Let's be the strongest hunters that ever existed. Hey guys, I know as a group we can make a difference. Please don't talk over me. I never wanted to. And you need to be our leader, Cry. Please don't. Damn! As the only average person in his party of childhood friends, he feels useless and wants to retire. Then they promoted him to be leader of the clan. Worse yet, he keeps getting praised the more he tries to skip work. Sounds like a problem I'd like to have. This anime doesn't measure up too well against the other powerhouses of the season. Do you ever have a nap in the late afternoon and wake up in the next century? That's basically what happened to the Demon Lord. While he resurrected from his loss against mortals, his world fused with modern Earth, allowing magic and tech to fuse, creating insane leaps in science and power. Now, just like Subaru, he's being beaten up by thugs at the side of the road. Only his most loyal, immortal followers can support him until he discovers how to once again rule the world. Reminds me a bit of The Devil Works Part-Time.
あざみさんでしょ。キリエさん、なんだか変なの。視点が定まらなくて。
Looking for a scare. Uzumaki, one of Junji Ito's best manga series, finished airing today. Get absorbed into a cursed town and give into the spiral. It's a combination of connected short stories that focus on obsession, selfishness, vanity, and paranoia. Episode 1 is a masterclass in converting Ito's creepy style from manga into anime. Episode 2, however, does fall off the face of a cliff. Dazed, Ryoko wakes up. She sees missed calls from her mom. As she's reaching for the door, she gets a text.
何かあったのかな。
She realizes it's actually too quiet. She tries to look outside. Looking for some anime creepypasta? Lockdown Zone Level X has you covered. Despite the Queen Bee paint level animation, it's decent storytelling that plays out almost like a visual novel. It's only 13 minutes, so each episode doesn't feel like a massive investment. Normally being sold into slavery is not ideal. Nina is betrayed by other orphans for money. However, she ends up replacing the princess that mysteriously perished. She's set to marry the prince, Set, but has fallen in love instead with her abductor. This is a messy josei anime if I ever saw one. Why are so many anime this season about romantic relationship with kids? We truly are in the Diddy season of anime. Mirai in Love is about Mirai doing his best to make his teacher fall for him. She's only interested in 2D boys, which is why she starts getting googly eyes at him because he starts looking like a husbando from her favorite otome game. Get some help. Study hard. Become doctor. Don't let anything distract. Come on! After losing his mother at a young age and living in an orphanage for most of his life, Uryu has learned the only way to improve your situation is to work. Taken in by a shrine, will he be able to keep up his disdain for the spiritual while living with 3 shrine maidens, whose grandfather seems insistent that he marry one of them and take over the shrine? A little bit ecchi, but there might be something a bit deeper than what's on the surface. Would you marry a Yakuza? Sounds like a scared maybe to me. Yoshino moves across Japan to be another Yakuza's fiancé. He actually seems alright. He's a psychopath. After some minor back and forth, she decides that as the daughter of a proud family, she won't give up. She won't let him have the satisfaction, which makes him desperate for her attention. Funny and as dysfunctional as my high school relationships, my main complaint is that the shoujo animation just feels a little bit dated. Some very straight university students arrive at a mixer, which appears to be filled with other hot guys. Turns out the women work at a cross-dressing cafe and didn't have a chance to change. Our ruler straight lads are scaroused. This is some Chinese government-approved yaoi. What would you do if a maid just showed up at your door, offering to assassinate your enemies?
It should have been me!
Roberta's distant cousin is trying to live a normal life and leave the business behind. Apparently, there's some connection between his parents and a Yakuza gang cartel operation. He doesn't really have any enemies, so he asks if she can just do cleaning and cooking maid things, which she can't. But slowly, she starts to get a new outlook on life by doing the mundane. I'm enjoying the anime style. It's pretty different to what's airing this season, and it's definitely worth checking out. Have you ever wanted to avoid a promotion so much that you got married to your socially awkward coworker? Okay, but how does that even make sense? A travel agency announces they are opening offices in Siberia, and experienced non-married staff are the first to be considered. Rika doesn't even have friends in Japan. How is she gonna survive in Serbia? Obviously, she proposes they get fake married. Watch two socially awkward potatoes idiot together. Romantically. Basketball or badminton? Well, Blue Box is shaping up to be the romance of this season. At a sporty school, watching his crush keep practicing inspires him to be better. Even though they do different sports, every day that they train, they get closer. The animation is amazing and the story looks solid with great characters. I'd really recommend checking this one out. I Married Prince Diddy Twice, or The Do-Over Damsel Conquers the Dragon Emperor, is another reincarnation romance fantasy, or horror. After being executed by her fiancé because she found out about his affair with his sister, she is reincarnated to when she was 10. That's just before he proposed, which was really creepy because he was like 6 years older than her. In this new world, her next love is only 9 years older. A tale as old as time. A 19-year-old marrying a 10-year-old. If there's anything about this that's actually worth watching, let me know in the comments because I can't get past that. This is a girl that knows what she wants. She thinks the main character in her favorite game is a pick-me girl. She much prefers the zesty Villainess. So obviously she gets reincarnated as her, with the aim to be the Villainess that will go down in history. She trains in the sword, magic, and educates herself beyond her years. This anime is a lot of fun. The animation isn't insane, but it knows how to build up a story and have great feel-good moments. Do you know what you want to be? It's not an easy question to answer, but Kurumi has known all her life she wants to be a mage. Top of her junior high and first in the mock exam, she still doesn't make the cut for the magic course.
I can't be a wizard.
Disappointed, she and others who didn't make it are pushed by a wacky teacher to strive to be mages anyway. The pastel colors are soothing to watch with animation reminiscent of Trigger's Little Witch Academia, making it a very cute anime watch. Finding a job is like trying to find an actor P. Diddy didn't cover in oil. Thankfully, a boom in monsters means an explosion of magical girls. Walk into a world where being a magical girl is just being a cop in a dress. This anime is pretty wacky and pretty fun. This villain is a joke. The town ignores him and even the local magical girl thinks he's a nuisance. If Chizuko's heroine is to shine, she needs to help this idiot be more menacing. Funny and lighthearted, it's something I'm actually enjoying this season. Anime has the weirdest names. They're either extremely ambiguous, Bleach, or they're way too specific. If my wife becomes an elementary school student. Title is a big yikes, but weirdly there's a lot more to this anime than the shock factor. 10 years after wife and mother Takae passes away, a 10-year-old child claiming to be her shows up. She realizes that her husband and daughter haven't moved on and tries to help them heal their grief and work through their depression. This is an anime that is going to get very problematic very quickly. Do you want to make $1 million? Why, that's child's play. $1 billion? Pathetic. Out here, we only play big money. Trillion Game is Wolf of Wall Street the anime.
Sell me this pen.
Two complete opposites become friends. Mr. Charm, who's technically an idiot, and Mr. Social Dropout, who's a tech prodigy. They take the same entrance interview, and the least qualified out of them gets it, but he turns it down. Companies will just slow him down. He needs to get his own empire, and together, he knows it's possible. Step aside, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and Jeff Bezos, because this anime is about to inspire a generation of trillionaires. This anime is extreme and prides itself on its unique premise. One episode in and I'm a fan. I'd recommend checking it out. Got a terminal illness and drowning in debt? The only way through this is by fishing. Negative Positive Angler, which is an understatement, is about a person with nothing left being given a new perspective by a group of hobby fishermen. I really like that we can take serious issues like this and have it being told in a mature way. Pretty excited to see where this takes me. The Earth is round. In the 1500s, studies that defied religion were mocked and shut down. Rafał, a talented Polish student going to university at age 10, wants to study theology so he can command respect from society. His fascination with astronomy needs to take a back seat. However, his burning passion, stoked by the words of a heretic, make this much harder to achieve. This portrayal of how space was viewed and how the theories developed is extremely accurate. Probably one of the most different and interesting anime airing this season. I would give this one a try. What's worse than teaching? Low salary, kids take advantage of you, no respect. Teaching monsters. That's much worse. Though it does sound like a lot of fun. Haruaki is a squeamish and weak-willed teacher. He is from a line of exorcists though, which makes him basically the only person capable of handling these mischievous delinquents. Technically, not a great anime, but I have a soft spot for teaching anime as an ex-teacher. I hope you found something fun to watch. If you're looking for my unfiltered opinions on all the first episode, check out the video linked in the outro. And if you want to know what the best of the best is, I'll be making a what to watch video pretty soon. But until then, cheers.